and welcome to the Real Talk Podcast Quick Takes.
Oh my gosh, I hate you.
So this is a new series that we're starting where we just talk about movies that we both have seen. Now, the thing about this episode is that I watched a movie that Nevis didn't watch, and he watched a movie that I haven't seen.
Yep.
And we're just gonna pretty much pitch it to each other and tell each other what we liked, what we didn't like, if we should watch it or if we shouldn't watch it.
Yep.
And so let's get started.
Excellent. So what did you watch, Josh?
You want to talk about movies, huh?
I do want to talk about movies.
So this week I watched the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie.
Oh.
Yeah. It wasn't that good.
Oh man.
The animation was all right. Like from an animation standpoint, like there could have been more. It was passable. It kind of reminded me of the Peanuts movie. Have you seen that?
I've seen that. I really enjoyed Peanuts.
Yeah,
it was great. Is this quality wise on par or no?
No.
Oh shit.
It's like they wanted to do the Peanuts type animation, and then they just kind of didn't have enough money to do it, so they're like, let's just do a half-assed job. Now, the most important thing is obviously the writing, and with a movie that retells a book, obviously a lot of things get cut. Like with the Harry Potter books, like we talked about a couple weeks ago on the podcast, with Harry Potter, they cut out a lot of stuff from the books to put into the movies. You know, you can only put so much into an hour, into 90 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Well, they cut a little too much stuff. A lot of major plot points, like what's her name? That bully that always bullies Greg, the girl, Hattie. Yeah. She's not in it.
What?
She's not in it.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Who's in the movie?
Okay, so there's the Heffler family. There's Rowley, obviously. Imagine if I said they didn't have a Rowley.
If they didn't have Raleigh, I'd be fucking pissed.
They had Rowley. Like they had most of like the necessary characters. Shirag was kind of in it, but he's not really a prevalent character.
I see.
There are parts of the movie that improve on the live action one, and parts of it that fail, and I'd say most of it fails.
Oh.
Now, one of the things that bothered me the most is that they rewrote some of the scenes so that Greg comes off as a better guy. I think one of the more endearing parts of the books in the movie is that Greg is kind of a piece of shit.
Well, yeah, he starts out like that in each book and basically tries to learn from his mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole point of the
And it's like you're not supposed to like what he does, and it's not like you're supposed to be like, oh, I kind of understand where he's coming from. It's like, no, he's a piece of shit kid, and this is gonna be him learning from his mistake and suffering the consequences. Well, a lot of the moments that were in the book that involve him like kind of suffering in some way, or like contriving the situation that kind of backfires on him, it's not really in the movie. For example, you remember when Rowley breaks his arm? Sorry, I think you noticed that one.
No, I remember that in the
So yeah, and you remember how Greg was like, oh, I broke his arm, and every kid was like, asshole!
Right? Yeah. He just wanted attention and he thought that would work. Yeah.
What they did in this movie was that Greg and Heffley come in, and Greg's like, oh, this is great, you have a cast, this is the best thing that could happen to you, people are going to want to sign it. He's like, just don't forget who your real friends are, right? And Rowley's like, okay. They go to lunch, and all the kids are like, oh my god, can I sign your cast? Rowley sits down, kids push Greg out of the way, and Rowley doesn't do anything. Like, he doesn't try to bring Greg back. He doesn't try to, like, be like, hey, no, that's my friend. And then Greg says his whole famous, like, I broke his arm, and every kid, like, starts throwing shit at him.
Yeah.
It's like, they kind of make Rowley more of a bad guy. It's not even, like, an enjoyable movie. Like, don't bother watching, man.
Are you serious?
Viewers, don't bother watching it.
How would you rank it amongst the other Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies?
Well, the thing is, it's kind of skewed because they're great, and then there's the fourth one.
Oh, yeah. Watch the original three then, I guess.
Judging the first three, compared to those, I'd say it's a solid 4 out of 10.
Holy shit.
If the first three are 10 out of 10s, like let's have it at a 10 out of 10, this one's a 4 out of 10.
That is fair. I guess I
Failure.
will not be watching that.
So yeah, what did you end up watching this week?
What did I end up watching? I was watching a holiday classic, Home Alone. Oh, sorry, I meant Home Sweet Home Alone, also known as Home Alone 6.
So you watched a Christmas movie
made
way after Christmas.
Shut up.
Somebody can't let go of Christmas.
Home Sweet Home Alone, it's the 6th installment, and it's probably the most malicious installment of the Home Alone franchise, which is really saying something.
What do you mean by malicious?
It's just like very like everyone's an asshole in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Even the chick from The Office?
No. The couple are the most sane out of everyone else.
I saw one.
Even though they're supposed to be like the Marv and stuff, they're the ones getting the most like shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Just so you know, I watched one review on it, just so you know, so I know a little bit about what happens. But go on.
Well, in terms of the Home Alone franchise, which I feel like has been dead for a while.
Since, like, the
I would
90s.
say the only ones that are good are the first two, Home Alone 1 and 2,
I
with
agree.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yep.
Classics.
Definitely.
And then after that, when they found out Macaulay Culkin gets old, so they're like, shit, we can't make a third one if he's 20. So
Yeah.
they're like, oh, let's just get a different kid. And then every single one tried the same thing, and they failed miserably. The Home Sweet Home Alone. It's the kid from Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, I love that kid.
I love the kid too. He's a great actor. Unfortunately, he comes off as like a spoiled little brat in this movie. He's like, I want this, I want that, I want this. That's my impression of him.
I'll believe it.
That's
I'll buy it.
him the whole way through. And then at the very end, he's like, oh, I should have cared for my family. I shouldn't have been mean. And it's like, well, you shouldn't have tried to kill like the
Kill?
yeah. Like he had a gun with fucking pool balls in it, and he was
Pool balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was shooting it at the couple, and he fucking shoots it at the guy's head. He should have died.
No, that's not. It could have killed him. He died. He dead.
He's dead.
He dead.
There's moments in the film that have that where it's just like, he's dead, or she's dead. Oh, they're both dead. It's a Disney film. Disney
is it?
owns Home Alone now, so they want to keep the IP. So what they're doing now is they're making all these terrible installments to these franchises. The only person that I had a small giggle at was they brought in Buzz.
I know.
They
Yeah.
brought in Buzz, and I think he did a great job because his character is like that nonchalant. It sounds like Buzz.
Yeah.
Which I'm impressed by because the guy hasn't played the character in over 30 years.
Has he even been in anything?
He
else?
has.
Really?
He's a character actor. He's been in a lot of films, but besides the point, he was like the best part. He was only in it for 2 minutes. There's the one part where it's just like, oh, we got a kid who's home alone. Can
Oh, they
you
call the
send-"
cops?
Yeah, and he's one of the officers, and one of his friends or the cop friend is like, oh, you should check out the place. The kid's home alone. He's like, home alone? It's my older brother, Kevin. He prank calls me every year.
Younger
and it's
brother.
younger brother, sorry. Younger brother, Kevin. And then he just hangs up. I'm just like, yo, you know
Wait,
what?
They
If you
mentioned
just
Kevin?
They do.
Kevin exists?
Kevin does
so
exist.
Wait a minute. So this movie takes place in the same universe
As the first two. In terms of the franchise, it is the closest, which is depressing. It is the closest to the first two Home Alones compared to the other ones. You know what would be a good Home Alone film?
What?
Here's the idea. Before we end off, I feel like they should do like the McAllister's family reunion and stuff like that, and they're all just having fun and stuff. And then Marv and what's the other guy? Harry.
Yeah.
Harry and Marv come back, and they're like, "We're gonna fucking kill him."
What?
And it's like a horror film. Subverting expectations, man. The McAllister family are murderers. And they're like, let's do this one last time as the McAllister family. And then like Kevin comes in and is like, I brought the stuff. And then the family comes together and
Cavalry has arrived.
I am the cavalry. That's what Kevin said.
Yeah, he just comes in, cocks 2 shotguns.
Yes. And kills Marv and Harry. They're both 80 years old.
Yeah,
They're old.
Joe Pesci has retired, but he'll come back for this.
Oh man, if he reads a script like that, he's gonna say yes.
Yeah, we finally let Joe Pesci cuss in it.
Exactly. That would probably be the best Home Alone sequel
Yeah.
idea as of now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
with all that being said, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also check out our podcast. That's kind of our main hustle. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
All right. Take it easy.